Welcome to week one of Communication of Biblical Truth. Hopefully you are excited to start reading, start doing assignments, start learning and growing in your preaching. This week you have a couple of things to do right off the bat. You've got some chapters in Kessler's book that you need to read. You've got an article by Fosdick that you want to also read. And then you have two videos that you need to watch from Kessler. So right off the bat, get those things done. If you can get them done before the week starts, if you can get them done the very first part of the week, it just gives you more time to do the assignments. So make sure that you work on those. Your discussion board this week, you get to pick the question. You have to do at least one, but you can do more than one if you want to. And that's not separate posts, but you can do two questions in the same post. Your title should be whatever that question is, okay? That way, when somebody pulls up your discussion board, they know what question you're addressing, okay? So make sure that's in your title, but it's also, you introduce that in your discussion board. Make sure you interact with your sources with your discussion board. I don't want you just to do your opinion, but add in there something that you learned from the reading that applies to the question. Interact with Scripture. Those are always good things, okay? And so you want to do that initial post by Friday night, 11:59 Central Standard Time. You can do it any time before that, but you want to make sure that it's done by Friday night, otherwise you lose points on it. And then make sure that you have two replies to two different people. Make sure they're substantive. Don't just say, hey, I agree with you, great job, or hey, I really like that. No. Add to the conversation, further the conversation. Talk about something related to what they've said and springboard off of that. But there needs to be a substantive reply. And those two replies are due by Monday night, 11:59 Central Standard Time. Assignments. You have two assignments this week. Assignment 1-1 is basically you're going to pick a group for the passage that you want to be in. Depending on how many people we end up with in class, I might have to move somebody or we might not have one. So after everybody's done, then I will make changes if I have to and put people in groups. Because later on you're going to need at least one other person in your group to make sure that you can interact with them and stuff. But that's assignment 1-1, so that's not too hard to do. Assignment 1-2 is what is the matter with preaching. There's a number of questions that you need to answer. Make sure you read the instructions thoroughly. Answer all of the questions in your paper. It's easy to get going on a paper and start writing, and then all of a sudden you're at 3 pages and it's like, oh, I'm done. But you didn't answer all the questions. Make sure you answer all the questions and you budget for that within your paper, okay? Because that's a good chunk of the grade is making sure that you hit the relevant things. Also, because it's week one, make sure you do your class introduction. And so just put a couple of pictures in there of yourself and tell us about yourself. Interact with other people, ask questions, get to know people. The class is online, but that doesn't mean that you can't build lifelong relationships with people that are in the class and stay in touch with them. So the effort that you put into it is what you're going to get out of it, okay? Late assignments, remember, you need to get things turned in early or on time. Early is always better, but on time is absolute. Make sure that you get things turned in. If you don't, then you lose points every single day. Up to 7 days, and then you can't turn it in. It's different for discussion boards. Discussion boards, really, you have to have that initial post in by Friday night, and then after Monday, you can't do any more replies. So discussion boards are a little bit different than your regular assignments. Your regular assignments you can turn in up to 7 days late, but you lose 5% per day, okay? And so you're going to end up with doing the same work, but 7 days late, it's going to be 65%. After 7 days, that assignment becomes a 0, so you can't turn it in. But again, like I said, if something out of the ordinary happens and there's problems, reach out to me and I'll try to work with you where I can, okay? As always, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you this week as you talk about and think about preaching, what that impact is in your own life. As you start to read Kessler and form a theology of preaching and why you do this, and how we do it to glorify God. I'm praying for you as God works in you, as He works in your heart and your mind and your soul to do all this. And so, again, I am here as a resource, whether for classes or for something else. Please feel free to text or email or call or reach out. If you have any questions, if you need anything, if I can help you in any way, I am here as a resource for you. God bless. Have a wonderful week.